The majority of my time here in the United States, I was undocumented. I was born in Colombia back in 1991, and I came to the U.S. with my mother, my sister, and my father back in 1994 and 95. So we came in with a tourist visa, and we actually ended up overstaying the visa. Every time I think about sort of the importance and the role of Juntos as an organization, I always think about it back to my own personal story. I'm an immigrant. I lived the undocumented experience. I know what it's like being a young person who sort of like feels like they have no hope because there's no support or no guidance out there. I always knew I was undocumented. My family never hid that, but I didn't really know what it meant until I got to high school. Which is a similar story to a lot of young people. I got to high school and all my friends were starting to get their driver's licenses, and that was something I couldn't do. But the biggest blow happened in 9th grade when I was offered an opportunity to do a study abroad program in Australia for one summer. And I was super excited about this, and I went home to my mother telling her, hey, I got accepted for this program. And she had to like sit me down and say, I'm sorry, mijo, like you can't do this. Because of the status that we're in, like you can't participate in this. After that moment, I sort of like really just gave up. I told myself, why bother going to school? Why bother doing all of this if I'm not gonna be able to do anything? When I was around maybe 11 or 12, my father was deported. And I remember immigration agents coming to our house and they were telling me, I was outside at the time playing in a blow-up swimming pool, and I remember I wanted to go back in because I was cold, and I remember my sister telling me, like, you can't go back in. And she didn't say it at the time, but the reason I couldn't go back in is because immigration was in the house, and my father was handcuffed in the kitchen. That actually broke a lot of the relationship that me and my father had, because I was so young, and then he was gone for such a long time that we never really got that sort of father-son relationship. My father's in Colombia, and I haven't seen him in person in years. So it's very personal to me doing immigration work. When I sit in the office or when I talk to people who are going through this, I personally know what it's like to lose a loved one to a deportation. I see Juntos as a pillar in the community, especially seeing a lot of at this point, a few generations of leaders that have come through, where it's like we have the older people in the family bringing in the young people, and then their younger siblings are tagging along, and now those younger siblings are growing up and being part of the organizing and work. And it's a place where family can come together and also learn how to fight for their rights, and it's a beautiful thing.